Board of Facilitators, Club 9958 to order. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, thank you all so much for coming to our luau party. We had to move down here kind of at the last minute. Unfortunately, we don't have a flag. Still, I'm going to ask you to stand and please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please give a warm round of applause to our President, Mark Lockery.
Coming tonight and celebrating our semi-annual awards banquet and officer installation. I can see that we are saturated with dignitaries tonight. So what I'd like to do is when I call your name, if you could please stand up and so we can acknowledge you, I would greatly appreciate that. Alexandra Balda?
She's not here.
Okay, she's our incoming Area 45 Director. Dennis Woodridge. Director, Effie Bang. Former Area Governor and incoming Assistant to the Division D Director, Gail Hill-Smith. Former Area Governor and tonight's keynote speaker, Jeremy Udell. Division D Director and former Area Governor, Jessica Guthrie. Incoming Area 41 Director, Kelvin Barbarena. DTM has been serving the district tirelessly for years and is our incoming District 84 Director, Nancy Holm. Another person who has been serving the district tirelessly for years and is our incoming Public Relations Manager and past District Governor, Scott Holm. Former Area and Divisional Governor, Susan Morgan. Current Area 42 Director, Thomas Blake. Former Area Governor, Tim Rickey. Former Area Governor and incoming Area 42 Director, Toni Gittles. Current Area 20 Director and incoming Division C Director, Troy Palmer. Thank you to all the dignitaries attending tonight. At this time, I would like the new members this term of the Central Florida Facilitators to stand up so we can see who's out there. Our newest members from this term. Now would all of the current members of the Central Florida Facilitators please stand up. Get this party started, or this luau, I should say. I would like to call to the lectern our incoming Division D Director, DTM, and charter member of Central Florida Facilitators, Ms. Jessica Guthrie, our Master of Ceremonies.
Celebrate our club. We're going to celebrate those who have made their great achievements achievements this year, as well as install our officers. And so we're really looking forward to a good time tonight. But first, there's a very important matter that we need to deal with, which is and there's some excellent grub for us tonight, so we're really excited about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to recess for about 25 minutes until 7:20, and then we'll reconvene and go forward on our program at that time. Two things before we break. One, Ms. Gail Hill-Smith is conducting our 50-50 raffle, so if you'd like 50-50 tickets, please see her. I'm sure we'll raise lots and lots of money for the club, which would be fantastic. Thank you, Dennis, Anna. And secondly, if you wouldn't mind letting Jeremy, our honored main speaker tonight, be first in line so he can eat before he has to speak. That would be great, because we're going to continue eating during the show, if you will. So we'll be recess and we'll reconvene at 7:20. Thank you. Aloha again. Reconvening our banquet this evening, and we're so excited to see everybody. I was thinking about this on the way here tonight. This is our 26th semi-annual awards banquet that we've had with Central Florida Facilitators. I know, it's amazing. Because we were founded on June 30th, 2003. That was 13 years ago, and we have them every 2 years. And it also means that this is lucky number 13. This is the 13th straight year that we are going to be President's Distinguished. Efforts and the achievements of everybody in this room. So mahalo, which means thank you in Hawaiian, for being a part of that and really making that happen. It's so exciting. Now I'm excited also for our next, our keynote speaker tonight. It was funny, we were just by random fluke sitting next to each other at the conference a few months ago, and as we're chatting away, he goes, oh, by the way, I'm going to be speaking at your banquet. And I said, well, hey, I'm going to be emceeing at our banquet. So it was a nice little coincidence, and it was really great to catch up. So I'm really excited that Jeremy's here tonight. Jeremy loves Hawaii, pig roasts, and the facilitators. Yeah. Having just finished second place at the District 84 International Speech Contest. Over and over again. But when he was asked to give tonight's keynote address, he was honored, especially because this group of people have meant so much to him. Delivering a talk entitled Facilitating Inspiration, please welcome Jeremy Udell.
Flashback, 2010. Or maybe that's actually like this today. This is a flashback. Anyway, I was finally giving my 10th speech out of the Competent Communicator Manual. Inspire your audience. You're thinking, how does one inspire? Of course, you can read the manual, but where's the fun in that? I had to think it up as I went along. I came up with a great topic. Orlando is our hometown. We should all appreciate it and love it and be proud of it. Are the people in the room inspired? I don't know. I was happy. I was getting my Competent Communicator Award. I was done. At that point, I really hadn't thought much further into my future when it came to Toastmasters. I had finished my Competent Communicator. There were 10 speeches. What more was there to do? I wasn't that inspired to figure it out. All of a sudden, it occurred to me, maybe I should find a new path. You never know where inspiration will come from. Toastmasters is an excellent organization, We teach communication to facilitate leadership. It's where leaders are made. And it works very well. It's a very strong program. We learn a lot about body movement and vocal variety. We learn how to be better leaders by being a Toastmaster, a general evaluator. At the club, it feels like that's about what you learn. I learned so much more going to other clubs and getting out into the district. I met so many inspiring people, and I learned. Inspiration may come through communication, but some of the best, most inspirational moments often come through action. Sometimes actions that take only a moment. Knocking over a side table full of books. A big hug. Perhaps showing up early in the morning, having to get up at 5 a.m. just to help out another club. A leap of faith. Just showing up when life gets hard. That's inspiring. There are so many inspiring people in this room, so many people who have moved me in the past, not just from the facilitators, Dennis and Paula and the Hones, so many great people who have come to support the facilitators. I can't talk about all of them tonight. I'm a Toastmaster. I have 8 to 10 minutes. I apologize if I did not specifically reference how you inspired me, whether you are in this club or not, but there were certain people early in my career who helped make me the Toastmaster I am today. And they are part of the facilitators. The earliest moment I can remember, I had gone to support one of my club members in the area doing the International Speech Contest. And I saw a speech. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? If you haven't seen that speech and you're a member of the facilitators, you need to get on Stephen Morgan to bring it back because it is a fantastic speech. I learned not just a really motivational message. When I watched Stephen that day, I realized in a great message to really move people, you have to program every word to mean something. Every pause should have power. Every movement should matter. I knew that if I ever wanted to reach that level, I couldn't just wing it. I couldn't just say, I wonder what's inspiring, and go up there and try it. I had to think through it. I had to work it. I had to do it over and over again. Hear evaluations over and over again, many of which will be very critical to give me the feedback I need to grow. Thank you, Stephen, for showing me what it takes to be a strong speaker. I had gone on to be Vice President of Education in my club. That means scheduling meetings, but the hardest part early on is that first contest. Who here has been a Vice President of Education? Remember that first contest you have to program? Finding judges from outside the club. I've never been outside the club. I was frantically asking anyone, who do you know outside our club? Please help me. I remember the night before I had one judge. One judge. And I sent out one last call to the facilitators. And I got Gail Hill-Smith. Where is she? Right there. Showed up. We start promptly at 7:30, but on contest days we often start a little earlier depending on contestants. That means she had to get up before 6 a.m., probably before 5:30 a.m. that day. Hadn't known that she was going to be there even the night before, and there she was to help me out. I learned that Toastmasters is not just about getting up to speak. It's about getting up and showing up. Even when it's not your club. Even when you don't necessarily feel a lot of responsibility to begin with. Somebody asks for help. Give it. Thank you, Gail. I remember when I was president, Michelle Detlef from my club had gone on to become our area director. It was area governor back then. Before her had been Susan Morgan. Susan had gone on to become division governor and director. It was amazing to me. Leadership, once you reach that level, had to be about autocracy, right? Had to be about telling people what to do and making sure that they did it. Arrogance. You will listen to me because I'm in charge. Yeah. That sounds a lot like Susan Morgan, right? I did not know you could lead with hugs.
No.
Susan would come to our club to check up on us, both as area and as division director. And I remember the cheerleading. Go get them, guys! I'm so proud of you! You're doing great! Come out and support this! We really need you! Impassioned messages. And then she'd leave, and she had hugs. Big, warm hugs. It was then that I realized, between watching Susan and Michelle, that being a great leader did not mean having to tell people what to do. It meant leading through action, through inspiration. And that inspiration wasn't about communication alone. It was about being there and being inspiring and being positive. It has inspired me to stay after every meeting at the articulators. People who are in the articulators can tell you, I stand outside and wait to say something positive, give a handshake or a hug to everyone. And for that, I thank you, Susan. Some people have life throw crazy curveballs at them. Most of the time, what happens to that member? Fellow Toastmasters, what happens when things happen and a member has a big life change? They stick around most of the time? They're gone. That's why we have to get, how many? 4 new members and then another 4 new members? I believe that's simply because 8 new members is at least what it takes to maintain your membership from the last year. It's not because they expect you to grow very much with that number. It's because they know people have changes in their life and things come up. Every now and then you get a member who, even when things get tough, even when life is so busy, they still show up. Every time I came to a facilitators meeting, I saw Toni. It didn't matter what was going on. If she was hurt, if she had things going on with her family, if she had to take care of her mom came and became a great member. Everything that needed to get done got done when Toni was in charge. And by the way, she was here, regardless of what was going on. As I said, our club gets up early every morning. I can't tell you how many mornings I hit the snooze alarm and say, that's it. I'm going back to sleep, not going to my club this morning. But I think of Toni Giddles and say, Toni gets up and comes no matter what is going on.
Not at 7 a.m.
Not at 7 a.m. That's a different commitment, Toni. By the way, feel free to come join us. But I will say that what I take from Toni is that even when my life gets tough and a morning meeting feels very difficult to get to, I still get myself to the meetings because I know I see Toni and she gets there. Thank you, Toni. It's fun to bring people who've never been to a Toastmasters meeting to Toastmasters and to tell people about Toastmasters. Usually they come, they check it out, and it's rare when you tell someone about Toastmasters, they don't even come to your club and they join. Not only do they join, they become an incredibly motivated person within the club, building the club up, making it a better place. You add on the fact that the person was already out there communicating regularly to the public, doing presentations. I told him that I felt Toastmasters would still be a big help, and he trusted me. He took the leap of faith, and he came to Toastmasters, and that's Jonathan Dunn. Jonathan, you are a motivation to me every time any opportunity comes along for me, whether within Toastmasters or without. Things come up all the time for us. Sometimes we just say, I'm busy, I can't do it. Jonathan hears an opportunity. He doesn't just slough it off. He thinks about it, he takes it into account, and he tries it. And that's why he's here, making the facilitators a better place. All of you, everyone in this room, but these facilitators helped me along the way. Stephen helped me reach second place in the district. And when I came off the stage with my second place trophy, the first person to greet me was Stephen Morgan asking me, is it enough? Yes, Stephen, it was enough. Thank you. Susan, every time I come, I look forward to the hugs. Gail, I know I can always call on you for anything, and whenever anyone asks me to do something, I want to be there, because I know that's the right thing to do. I don't think I've missed any meetings besides when I was gone for 6 months or on vacation, because of you, Toni. And Jonathan, I just went and joined the Orlando Chamber. I got offered a deal on it, and I said, you know what? When opportunities come along to grow and change, even if we think we're already doing well, why wouldn't you take the leap of faith? Inspiration is about communication, but it's also about action. I urge each of you to take every action you can very seriously, to really work at everything you do, to make it the best it can possibly be. You never know when you might inspire your audience. Ms. Master of Ceremonies. That's awesome. I had some Four Rivers tonight. I get some more later. This is the best thing ever.
Thank you. That was really good. That was really inspiring. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Mahalo. Learn mahalo. Now we get to spend some time giving out some awards. It's a very fun part of our evening tonight. And to start us off, I think we should probably rename these awards to the Get Up and Show Up. So to get us started in our awards portion of the evening, Toni is going to present these participation awards. Toni joined Central Florida Facilitators in June 2004, just as the club was about to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. She has been a passionate and active member, since then working the program diligently, achieving her Distinguished Toastmaster Award in 2008. She has also served the club many times as an officer, including 4 times as president. She is a previous area governor, assisting 12 clubs to accomplish their goals. And currently, Toni is the incoming Area 42 Area Director. As you know, she is the person who gets up and shows up. She's going to present the awards to show who gets up and shows up tonight. Please welcome Toni. We had 24 meetings this term since January. And these are for the people that show up 75% of the time. The first Get Up and Show Up award goes to Jonathan Dunn with 75%. Let's get up and show up 75% of the time. Sarah Hunt. of the time, Stephen Morgan. 92% of the time, moi. 92% of the time, Jay Majors. Our banquet chair, Madam Chair. Last but certainly not least, there's no buzzer here tonight. 92% of the time, thank you, Mr. President, Mark Guthrie. Our next presenter has been coming to this club for 10 years and has helped with many a banquet and awards ceremony in those 10 years. In those 10 years, this presenter has been sort of an honorary Toastmaster until she could join when she turned 18. She is very eager to present the Most Improved Award. Please help me welcome Emma Rose Hancock.
It has been 10 years, hasn't it? Not that long. And most of you have known me since I was this high. Yes. He has known my brother since he was also this high. And so there is a lot of things that has happened in that time. And in that time, I joined Toastmasters. Once I turned 18, which was last year-ish. I know the date. Well, I mean, I know my birthday. The months are a little hazy, especially when you go to college. But the Most Improved Award is officially awarded at each meeting, which happens every week. And at these weekly meetings, the attendees vote for the Most Improved Toastmaster. At the end of each 6-month term, which is how we do it here, some people do it a year, those 6 months, we do it 6 months. We recognize the member who has run this weekly award the most times during the term. The recipient of the Most Improved Award has attended 13 meetings this term and is one of our newest members. This facilitator gave 3 speeches and was voted best speaker each time. This facilitator also was voted Most Improved Toastmaster 5 times, which is more than any other Toastmaster received this term. Yay! This Toastmaster is eagerly taking on learning the functionary roles. Also, this term, this Toastmaster took on the role of tabletop master for the first time. Yay! This Toastmaster always helps out at each meeting and has taken on multiple roles at one time. That can take a lot. I've done it. Several other people in this room have done it multiple times. Sorry, I'm losing my place. I need my glasses and I didn't bring them. Well, bring them up here.
You're doing great.
As you can tell, this Toastmaster speeches are exemplary. Very well done. And it is joy to watch this person is speaking, when he speaks. Yeah. It is my very great honor and pleasure to present the Most Improved Award to Toastmaster Richard Sapp.
Hey, Richard!
success as the member who has contributed the most to each club meeting and won the most awards over the 6-month period. Our presenter for the Lucky 13 Tim Chastain Award is a past winner of that award. She is a past treasurer and president of her original Toastmasters Club, Voices of Opportunity, from 2010 through 2012. She joined Central Florida Facilitators in July 2015 and was nominated and elected to take on the role of treasurer for the past 6 months and again for the coming 6 months. She earned her CC and CL in 2011 and 2012, and after joining CFF is working on her advanced communicator. Please welcome the illustrious red-haired luau queen, aka committee chair, Jaye Majors, to present.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you here tonight. I'm delighted to have the honor of passing on the Tim Chastain Award to a truly fabulous person. I first met this Toastmaster last July when I joined this club. I was immediately welcomed into the fold, and over the weeks that followed, we became fast friends as we shared heart-to-heart conversations after meetings. This Toastmaster is a true leader and carries a spirit of service to all fellow Toastmasters. Attending 14 meetings in the last 6 months, each meeting, this person has contributed to the growth and development of the club and each of the individual members. This Toastmaster has consistently taken on the roles of Toastmaster, General Evaluator, Table Topics Master, and co-chaired one of the most successful fundraising events this club has ever had. As a mentor, this Toastmaster has guided many members on officer and meeting roles and is always there to assist guests and new members. All this while carrying on executive board activities as past president and as area director. Because of these behind-the-scenes activities, our club is kept up to date on area and district events. We are all stronger and better prepared to participate at all levels. Please give your loud and heartfelt applause, cheers, and congratulations to the amazing woman we lovingly call the KB, Gail Smith.
Quite a surprise.
Looks like you too.
Look at the dog. Oh!
Listen how it goes.
We got cooling, we got cheerleading. Our next presenter joined the facilitators in October 2012 with the hopes of improving his communication skills. 3.5 years later, his experience at the facilitators could best be summed up by Proverbs 19-21, that God's plan is far bigger than ours. He has met great friends, improved his communication, been a 3-time district finalist in international speaking, impromptu speaking, and coaching, and most importantly, found a place that puts him squarely in alignment with God's plan for his life to become the best version of himself. He is honored tonight to present the award for Most Illustrious Impromptu Speaker, but also recognizes greatness has nothing impromptu about it, but is rather a daily commitment to character, kindness, and sacrifice. Please help me welcome Jonathan Dunn.
Mark Twain once said, there was one fear greater than death, public speaking. And I found when I joined Toastmasters, they took it to the next level. My very first meeting when I was introduced to the table topics session. You wouldn't believe what we have to do. You have to hear a question, immediately stand up, and talk about it for 1 to 2.5 minutes. It is a truly horrible experience. Jeremy, did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't get it. Maybe you could demonstrate what that would look like?
How do you propose we do this, Jeremy?
Who is a Toastmaster you deeply respect and why? 60 seconds on the clock, please.
I didn't think I was going to have to do this for 3 more weeks, Jeremy. But as you inspire me, I shall do it. It was December of 2013. December is typically a pretty cheerful month. Between Hanukkah and Christmas, people are happy. People are in a festive mood. Me, on the other hand, wasn't having such a great December of 2013. I was going through a divorce. To make matters worse, I'm embarrassed to admit this, it was my 3rd one. I was feeling pretty dead inside when in December of 2013, we had a new member join our club. And he was funny. And everything he did, it was the craziest thing I ever saw. And then he gave a speech at a humorous contest on re-gifting. It was truly one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. The worst part about this contest, though, is he beat me. I'm maybe not the most gracious of losers. But this guy, he truly put on a clinic. I mean, I've seen some of the great stand-up comedians live in my lifetime, and they didn't hold a candle to this guy. And then to outdo himself, the next year he talked about a childhood experience when he thought he was going to Chuck E. Cheese for the first time, and how he was actually going to the dentist office. I mean, who even could put stuff like that together? He's a true comedic genius. In my introduction, I talked about when I was called up here to announce this award, there's really nothing impromptu about greatness. And there's certainly nothing great about Facebook. But I came across this. And this is the real reason this guy was able to inspire me, since we're on the topic of inspiration. It was Father's Day on Sunday. And I came across this and I saved it in my photos. Because I really hold this person in this high regard. It was a letter from his daughter. This short paragraph speaks to this gentleman's character. Happy Father's Day to the best dad ever. Thanks for being the best dad your kids could ask for. I am beyond grateful that God gave me you as my father. Thanks for putting up with my crap. She inherited the humorous gene, evidently. You are such a great role model and being so supportive in everything I do. I guess you are cool. I love you, Dad. So the man's a winner at Facilitators, and he's obviously a winner at life. I'm honored to announce our most illustrious impromptu speaker for this 6 months, even though that meant he dethroned me. Please put your hands together for Mark Guthrie.
Toastmaster Gail Smith will present the Most Winning Coach Award tonight. She jumped up to the chance, which is somewhat ironic given her trophy there, to do this as she genuinely appreciates all the effort it takes to win this particular award. As an evaluator, one has to think quickly to put together a mini speech. An evaluation needs an opening, body, and conclusion, just like a planned in-practice speech requires. In addition, this short 2 to 3 minute presentation adopts body gestures, eye contact, use of effective grammar and vocabulary, all while actually being both instructive and uplifting. An evaluator never wants to give a chainsaw evaluation that will discourage the speaker to try again. Help welcome outgoing Area 41 Director, incoming Division D Assistant, our very own charter member, DTM Gail Hill-Smith.
Mahalo. Madam Master of Ceremonies, is that right?
Yeah.
I came across what I think a very appropriate quote from Anonymous. Probably the most quoted poet in the world. Let's know it. 3 simple rules in life. 1, if you do not go after what you want, you'll never have it. 2, if you do not ask, the answer will always be no. 3, if you do not step forward, you will always be in the same place. The recipient of the Most Winning Coach Award tonight, or as Toastmasters around the world like to say, the Best Evaluator Award, is being given this 6-month period to a person that seemed to have followed and written those 3 rules. If you do not go after what you want, this person has gone after what he wanted in Toastmasters since 2004, when he joined our club anyway. For example, he stepped up to be an evaluator during the weekly meetings and winning the Best Evaluator Award 6 times. That's like double the tips that I think he wrote. If you do not ask, the recipient actually asked to be an evaluator. Why? The more you ask to be an evaluator, guess what? The better the chances that you are going to win. Just like 50-50. And 3, if you do not step forward by asking, by participating in the weekly meetings, our recipient was actually able to go for the trifecta of the Most Winning Coach Award, having won it June 2015, December 2015, and now June of 2016. Help congratulate, and I want everybody to stand up and give a hula hula. Well done. Besides, there's going to be some hugga-huggas by his wife, Stephen Morgan.
To present our next award is a Toastmaster who considers Toastmasters a place of growth, enlightenment, and entertainment. He enjoys helping new Toastmasters prepare for their icebreaker and watch them grow in their journey to reach their goals in public speaking. He also considers Toastmasters as a melting pot, to be interesting people that become great friends. This Toastmaster has performed many roles and won many awards, one being International Club Speaker, and recently he won this Most Celebrated Speaker Award, the very one he is about to present. Please help me welcome Advanced Communicator Silver, Charlie Bombalier.
Madam Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. One of the magical moments of Toastmasters is when one in the blue moon, someone joins Toastmasters and it affects you to the core of your being. Wouldn't you know it? The recipient of tonight's most celebrated speaking award did just that 3 years ago when he joined Toastmasters. Now trust me when I tell you, it wasn't love at first sight. Permit me to give you a 10-second example of his first speech.
Don't do it.
Imagine ripped jeans, cowboy boots, tank top skirt. Madam Toastmaster! Fellow Toastmasters! And welcome guests! There was no guest there that night. My name is blah, blah, blah. You get the point.
Oh, you spoiled it, he knows.
With Toastmasters' help and his determination, this individual evolved from a diamond in the rough to a dynamic public speaker. This individual is one of the most passionate members using Toastmasters to develop and hone the speaking skill that Toastmasters provides. Today, our friendship has grown that not a day goes by that we don't celebrate each other's lives, even if it's just, hello friend. The most celebrated speaking award is an award given to the individual winning the best speaker award the most times in a 6-month period. An award voted on at all the weekly meetings. This individual has given 10 speeches this period and has won 8 of them. Some of the speech topics he has been included: uplift the spirit, start with your heart, what does it mean to be a friend? This Toastmaster has also won the 2015 International District Finals. Just by this person's mere presence, other people rise up. Please help me celebrate my great friend and deserving of the most celebrated speaker award, Mr. Jonathan Burns!
Is proud to present this next award. Sarah has been a member of Toastmasters since 2004 and has earned her ATM Silver. The Jeanine Stroud Service Award was created to honor a club mentor named Jeanine Stroud that had a history of strong involvement with Central Florida facilitators and who provided exemplary Toastmaster skills. The award also pinpoints the person that brings high energy into the club, and Jeanine had high energy and has high energy. Sarah enjoys recognizing those who continue to provide strong involvement, mentoring, and coaching, which is what this next award exemplifies. Presenting the Jeanine Stroud Service Award, please help me welcome Sarah Hunt.
The Jeanine Stroud Service Award goes to the individual who models the spirit of Toastmasters by serving frequently, effectively, and enthusiastically in a variety of roles at our weekly meetings. We keep track of every single role held by all Toastmasters in this club. The criteria looked at is the following. First, who performed the most roles. And there are a ton of them. These include Toastmaster, Table Topics Master, General Evaluator, and any of the functionary roles that are listed on the weekly agenda. In addition, who brings that consistent, reliable spirit that adds tons of fun to our meetings? Who is it? Let me share with you how the recipient this year stacked up, as it is extremely impressive. So our recipient served in 17 roles. This includes Toastmaster 4 times, General Evaluator once, and Functionary 12 times, sometimes taking on 2 roles during one meeting. Even when a role may not have their name assigned on it to the agenda, you will see weekly emails encouraging members to fill those slots. So it really assists the Toastmaster. This person has an exceptional reputation amongst the club. They've already earned a Distinguished Toastmaster Award, and I can assure you, roles get handled with the highest level of professionalism and utmost care. This recipient has had multiple roles in our club and is currently serving as the Vice President of Education, a role taken on now more than one time. They ensure meeting roles are filled, themes are interesting, and most of all, ensure members achieve their goals, what they're here for. This person was our contest chair and contributes to all club events with enthusiasm and adds so much fun to every single week. I've been a member of this club for some years now, so I can personally attest this recipient is someone very special. They're selfless, and we can always count on duties being 100% complete. They have a wonderful attitude, even when some weeks we look sparse on the agenda, but they rally those members together to make the best of it. I would say they are one of the top go-to persons of our group, and will be considered, in my mind, the glue that holds our club together. As you can see, this person sets an outstanding example for our club and deserves this award hands down. Please help me congratulate as I present the Jeanine Stroud Service Award to Susan Morgan.
Not this way, this way.
So you get the short shot.
Oh, and then you already
Our next presenter has been a member of our club 2.5 years only. In that time, he's achieved his Advanced Communicator Bronze and Competent Leader levels. He joined 2 speech contests and rode them all the way to district. Recently, someone pointed out that he says the word great a lot. He is working on alternate word choices, but since it was me who pointed that out to him, tonight he is putting it in his intro, so I have to say it. Here to present the award for excellence in public speaking, please welcome the great Mark Guthrie.
Tonight, I have the distinct pleasure in presenting the Excellence in Public Speaking Award. This is only the 2nd time this award has been given, as it is an annual award, not a semi-annual award like our others, and it was only adopted last year. It is a special acknowledgement based on overall performance, development, and achievements of an outstanding club member throughout the entire year. As I was the first person to receive it, finally, I get to re-gift something. Tonight's recipient is well deserving of this trophy. When we tallied up all the awards throughout the year, this person seemed to be in a league of their own. Best Speaker 15 times, Best Evaluator 9 times, Best Table Topics 8 times. That's 32 awards he's won. And not once did he ever have to rely on his superdelegates. He's brought home 2 trophies from the district level speech competition, 2nd place for evaluation, and 3rd place for international speech. With over 3,000 Toastmasters entering these contests at the start, making it to the top 3 twice is something that many of us can claim. He excels at both prepared speeches as well as impromptu ones. He has an uncanny ability to speak off the cuff as if he had been preparing for weeks. This is evident from his 8 words and table topics. Being a seasoned speaker, he knows how to connect with his audience. And when he speaks, it's always with passion and from the heart. Everything he does, he gives 110%. I remember one night he won Best Speaker, and his only role that night was timer. He's a vital component of this club and one of the key factors to its success. He is always there to help and lend assistance, whether it's preparing the room and setting it up, or filling functionary roles at the last minute because another member couldn't make it, or just by being an attentive listener, which is one thing that all speakers appreciate. He has already told us that when he retires, he and Pedro are moving to Mexico and will live on their boat in a small fishing village. And we hope that will be a long, long time from now. It is my honor to present this year's Excellence in Public Speaking Award to Mr. Jonathan Henrietta Milhouse Davis Johnson. My wife does the same thing.
This next award isn't awkward at all. How do you say that name? It's Schlenk? Schlenk? What is it?
Schlenk. Good try.
Our next presenter has been a Toastmaster for 10 years, and in those years she has learned much from the various offices she has had the opportunity to hold. At Central Florida Facilitator, she has been Secretary and Vice President of Education. In the district level, she held the offices of Area 42 Governor and Division D Governor, and currently is co-chair of the next district conference coming up in November. Susan is the previous recipient of this award. She is honored to be presenting this award tonight and can't wait to share with everyone all about the next recipient. Here to present the Jessica Schlenk Guthrie Spirit Award, please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Susan Martin.
I need my glasses. I'm getting old after 10 years. The Jessica Schlenk Guthrie Spirit Award is given to the member of Central Florida Facilitators Club who has exhibited the spirit of Toastmasters by serving diligently throughout the past 6 months, by actively participating in weekly meetings, and by exhibiting concern for the club's continued health and growth and welfare. Although our recipient was not a charter member of CFF, this facilitator did join at the end of her first year at the club. This facilitator has been a member since 2004. This means this facilitator has been an active member for 13 years. All of our members have benefited from the experience and dedication this facilitator has to our club. During the past term, this facilitator was voted Best Speaker 2 times, Best Evaluator 3 times, and was chosen by the President to receive the Tim Chastain Award a multitude of times. This recipient undertook functionary or speaking roles in every meeting this term.
sometimes even accepting more than one role simultaneously in the meeting to ensure a meeting ran smoothly. Many times this facilitator would also step up to take a major speaking role at the last minute so we would have a full agenda. During this past term, this member has worked tirelessly to support our club, mentoring newer members as well as the more experienced members. This member volunteered to be an officer and held the secretary position. As part of the duties of secretary, this facilitator documented our weekly meetings and officer meetings, also tracked member participation, roles, and awards. This facilitator also represented our club at the Area International Speech Contest. This facilitator also represents our club when volunteering and assisting at area, division, and district level events. This facilitator did a tremendous amount of behind-the-scenes work, not only at our weekly meetings, but at events such as our very successful auction, banquet, and contests. This member mentored our new VP of membership and maintained membership materials for the past 12 months. This facilitator supported the members in achieving their goals and helped the club reach President's Distinguished Award for 13 years in a row. This facilitator has not only inspired me personally, this facilitator motivates us all with her animated, compassionate, and determined personality. She uses her wisdom to guide anyone who asks for help. And not only does she do this for Toastmasters, she is also there for anyone on a personal level too. She also cares for her 99-year-old mother and her fur baby, Jasmine. Her baby. She is an inspiration to all that know her, especially to me. It is my honor and pleasure to present this award to my good friend, Distinguished Toastmaster Toni Gail.
Unlike some who come to Toastmasters, our next presenter has always loved speaking before a group and was an educator in the hearing aid industry for 40 years, speaking not only in the United States but in many other countries, including South Africa, New Zealand, and China, to name a few. Her biggest challenge as an introvert was learning to be a team player and learning to be comfortable with impromptu speaking.
Doesn't play well with us.
She has come a long way in 12 years. She is the past recipient of the Outstanding Facilitator Award, and as you've just seen, today's recipient of the Jessica Schlenk Guthrie Spirit Award. To present the Outstanding Facilitator Award, please help me welcome Distinguished Toastmaster Toni Gail.
I have 10 to 15 minutes, right?
Yes.
It's my pleasure to present the Outstanding Facilitator Award, just renamed the Big Kahuna. As you can tell, we usually don't say the recipient's name until the end. They figure it out somewhere in the middle when it starts to sound familiar. However, not this time. Because you know why? I want this individual to be acknowledged from the beginning. I want you all to know who this is, and I want you to listen closely to what he's contributed to our meeting. Perhaps you'll be inspired. Who knows? This 6-month term, the Outstanding Toastmaster Award is presented to Stephen Morgan. I'll tell you, he doesn't deserve it. Do not believe it. Now for the accolades, which he has received some already. The Outstanding Facilitator Award has very specific criteria. Some of the things we consider are commitment, dedication, and enthusiasm as a Toastmaster. Okay, those aren't real specific things, those are very vague, general things. So the specific things are attendance, and he received an attendance award. Consistently winning awards, you heard that speech. Leadership by serving as an officer and displaying excellence in that role. He is our VP of Public Relations. Displays outstanding wisdom as general evaluator, balancing hard corrective insight with a soft and supportive demeanor. Ditto. Consistent positive attitude. Yeah, pretty much. Model the essence of what it means to be a Toastmaster. Absolutely. Take seriously their growth as a Toastmaster and enthusiasm. Absolutely. All right, I asked for some help giving this award. I went to our funny man, President Mark Lockery. Who gave this analogy? It kind of goes like this. There's a scene in The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy and her friends hear the expression, "Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain." It's a reference to the jack of all trades who sits behind the curtain and virtually controls everything that goes on in the city. Did y'all see that movie? It's pretty popular. It's really, really popular. That's like Stephen. Between being our club videographer, he manages all of our social media accounts and keeps the technology part of the club functioning. Usually all behind the scenes and with little recognition. On occasion, he pleads with our members to use all the gosh darn tools we have available. And I am now asking you, our members, to get with the program because he works really hard and everything he is doing can attract new members if we all contribute. So show Stephen your support, and I'm not done yet. Show Stephen your support right now by saying, "I'm on it."
Come on.
All right, Stephen. All right. Stephen is our man behind the curtain, and tonight we are paying attention to him? Well, yeah. Acknowledging him. You know, there is also some folklore floating around that Stephen will throw something at you if you use the phrase "without further ado." For this reason, we usually try to sit Stephen at a table with no sharp objects. Another member referred to Stephen as intelligence to the point of being socially awkward. Thank you, I'm now not the only socially awkward person in that club. I really appreciate that. I understand he saw the new Captain America movie 10 times in a row. That he dresses up as Dungeons and Dragons characters and comes to our meeting. In addition to his evaluation excellent, he throws a mean roast when we roast our members. Along with his beautiful wife, Susan, whom you have met, they have accepted the huge responsibility to be in charge of this fall's district conference in St. Augustine, which will attract approximately 400, maybe more, members. What I know is this. This person is a passionate Toastmaster. This person, Stephen Morgan. Stephen is a passionate Toastmaster and actually has won this award several times. because he gets up and he shows up and he keeps on going. He's made incredible contributions to this club in the past 13 years. He served as the club's third president and has assumed many officer roles over the years. He is our current VP of Public Relations and does his job so well, everyone is afraid to follow in his footsteps. It's time to train your successor. My only advice, he is addicted to contests, as you've heard. Most of the members are still working up the courage to compete against him. Please welcome Advanced Communicator Gold, our big kahuna, Stephen Morgan. You are prepared to say a few words, right?
Some of you have already gotten in your head the idea of the worst thing, the most difficult thing you could possibly do in Toastmasters. Probably that icebreaker. It's not.
The iceberg?
Icebreaker. The hardest thing you're ever going to have to do is when you have to give a eulogy for a Toastmaster who's passed. And even harder when it's a close friend who is significantly younger than you. And I had to do that back in 2012. The reason I bring it up leads to a bit of why I do what I do. Because I had to talk to his family, and amongst those of us in Toastmasters, he was not a member here, he was a member in Ceremonies. We were telling him, his family, about the great humorous speech that he gave. And it's a wonderful, excellent humorous speech talking about how why he has a fake leg and tearing himself up as he does so. But his family hadn't heard it, and they hadn't seen it, and they wanted to, and all we could find was the script. It wasn't until a couple weeks after the funeral I remembered something. I remembered that that particular contest at the area level was fall 2011. And in fall 2011, this club was in the same area with Safe Words, as was Articulators. And the members at Articulators already know what that means. Denise and Denny were there, and they recorded it. So I got to send off to his family. Look, here is that speech. We come here to...
Course of this year. You are discharged from all further duties and responsibilities as officers. Listen closely, of Central Florida's Facilitators. That's it, we gotta change the name of the club. Wait for it. Effective at 3 a.m. on July 1st, which is midnight Pacific Coast time, where our headquarters is. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. Now some of you will be getting up again. I call the new officers to the front to stand next to me. Sergeant at Arms Richard Sapp. Well, you can start coming forward. Just line up in this particular order. Richard Sapp, Secretary Emma Hancock, Treasurer Jay Majors, Vice President Public Relations Stephen Morgan, Vice President of Membership Roy Wittig, Vice President of Education Susan Morgan, President Mark Lockery. We have a core group of people doing all the work, so new members, join in. I'm here to install the officers of Central Florida Facilitators Toastmaster Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life speak clearly and effectively, I'm working on it, listen with sensitivity, and lead with courage, integrity, and creativity. I ask each individual officer to stand beside me as I briefly describe the challenges he or she must meet and the responsibilities he or she must fulfill. I will ask each officer to hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership as we go through their duties. Sergeant at Arms Richard Sapp. The duties of the Sergeant at Arms are to make sure that all supplies and materials are properly distributed or displayed at meetings, to greet guests and members and call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. Your duties also include, you maybe didn't know this, attending district-sponsored club officer training and club executive committee meetings and helping prepare your successor for office. I give you this gavel as a symbol of this charge. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Thank you, Richard. Please pass the gavel to Emma. Secretary Emma Hancock. Emma, your duties include maintaining club records, basic documents, and the membership roster. It is your duty to ensure that membership applications and office lists are submitted in a timely fashion. By the way, I did that already. Okay. Your duties also include attending district-sponsored club officer training and club executive committee meetings and helping prepare your successor for office. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you, Emma. Please pass the gavel to our treasurer, Jane Majors.
We'll whip those finances into shape.
Okay, you're going to whip those finances into shape. Okay, thank you. Your duties include keeping accurate financial records, which you've done so well this term, ensuring that dues payments are submitted in a timely fashion. Your duties also include attending district-sponsored club officer training and club executive committee meetings and helping prepare your successor for office. Nobody hears that part of it. Help prepare your successor. Will you perform these duties?
Certainly.
To the best of your ability. Thank you. Jay, please pass the gavel to Stephen Morgan, Vice President of Public Relations. Your duties, Stephen, you know your duties. Keep at it. Keep keeping at it. To promote the club to local media, promote membership programs, and to ensure that club members are aware of upcoming events and programs. Your duties also include attending district-sponsored club training and officer training and club executive committee meetings, and helping prepare your successor for office. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Will you train your successor?
He wants it.
Please pass the gavel to our Vice President of Membership, Roy Whitting. Roy, your duties include conducting ongoing membership building programs and following up on guests, new members, and members not attending meetings. Some of you are here, thank you. Please come more often. Your focus will be 30-plus members to align with the district goals. You know, you are to help guests wishing to join complete the application for membership and to determine whether needs of fellow members are being met. Your duties include attending district-sponsored club officer training, club executive committee meetings, and area council meetings, which will be conducted at the TLI training, as well as helping prepare your successor for office. Will you perform the duties to the best of your ability?
I do.
Oh.
You may not kiss her bride.
Just get married?
Sit back.
I do. All right. And the gavel has been passed to Vice President of Education, Susan Morgan. You are responsible for planning successful club meetings so that each member has the opportunity to achieve his or her educational goals. You are to encourage members to set Toastmaster educational goals and to track their achievement. You know the job. You are to preside at club and executive committee meetings in the absence of the president. Your duties also include attending district-sponsored club officer training, district council, and international business meetings, or submit your proxy for the business meetings. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Okay. We're not married, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm already married.
President, Mark
Whatever you want, whatever you want, Toni.
Loughrey. It's spelled Loughry. You try to say it for the first time. Having been elected the president of the Central Florida Facilitators Toastmasters Club, you are its chief executive officer.
Awesome.
Awesome. That must be a word, okay. Will be expected to preside at all club meetings and at regular and special meetings of your executive committee. Your duties also include attending district-sponsored club officer meetings. You're expected to attend or submit your proxy to district council and international business meetings. We'll see you at the TLI training and our area council meeting as well. It is your challenge, Mark, to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It's also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Didn't know that, did you? Please accept the gavel as a symbol of our leadership and dedication to the office. It's a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. And watch out for Jay. You're a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Wish I had written that. That was really good. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club which everyone will be proud. And of course, we all are proud of Central Florida Facilitators. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
I will.
Will everyone please stand? You're good, huh? The growth and development of the Toastmasters program in Central Florida Facilitators Toastmaster clubs depends largely upon the actions of this group. On your honor as men and women of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the entire coming year?
We will.
Yeah.
We will. Yes.
Awesome. You may be seated. And I have something special. So please remain standing. Susan, as Vice President of Education, you manage this team to its 13 President's Distinguished Club. And here's the proof from the Toastmaster website. Appreciate it. In addition, I bought you a special a Medal of Achievement. You may wear it proudly, and you may wear it to all the meetings if you like. Mark is our big kahuna. I also framed a copy of the DCP for our club for you. And I can put it around your hat, or so thank you very much. Also, and finally, I present you with another ribbon, Home Club of the Area Director.
Before you dismiss the troops, let's
No,
take a shot.
got one more sentence.
All right. Get close.
Good team,
Like each
yeah, a
other.
little bonding here, a little bonding. A lot of you took showers today, so okay, 3, 2, 1 more. 3, 2, perfect.
Okay. I wish your club and mine, Central Florida Facilitators, a very successful year. Please welcome Mark Guthrie, your 2016 to 2017 president. Jessica, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you very much.
So we're very fortunate. Many times we have several speakers now. We have an outgoing president's speech and we have an incoming president's speech. Well, what do you know? It's the same person. Yay! We're going to same on our hands. So please help me welcome our great president, Mark Guthrie.
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you everybody for coming out tonight and sharing this celebration with us. It means a lot to the Central Florida Facilitators. I'm so thankful that my beautiful wife and our daughter can be here tonight to also celebrate with us. And Jeremy, thank you, sir, for such an uplifting and emotional keynote speech. And I am so thankful that we can still afford you.
And always with the 4 rivers.
We are wrapping up a very successful 6-month term here at the Central Florida Facilitators, and we couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than to invite everyone here to have a luau. Well, actually, that's not true. We did think of one better way, and that was we wanted to fly you all to Hawaii to have an authentic luau on the beach.
Yeah.
Apparently, when we looked at the budget, though, we couldn't even afford to Uber to the airport, so here we are. But we don't need to go to Hawaii to have fun. We could bring Hawaii here. And apparently, Toni and Roy will be having their honeymoon right after the year. So it's a win-win, right? Tonight is about celebrating our accomplishments, having fun, and keeping things simple. Which is the word of the day for me tonight, keeping it simple.
That's 3 words.
Simple is the word of the day.
Simple.
Now I know many of you lie awake at night and wonder, what is it that makes Central Florida Facilitators the juggernaut for District 84? I'll tell you it's simple, and it's because of what we have. We have the incoming Division D Director, Jessica, in our club. We have the incoming Area 42 Director, Toni Gills. We have the outgoing Area 41 Governor and incoming Assistant to the Division D Director, Jessica Guthrie. Gail Smith in our club. We have 5 DTMs in our club. I have 10 fingers up, I know, but I'm playing to both sides of the room. We have 1 ATM, Advanced Toastmaster Gold. We also have the chairs for the upcoming fall conference, Steampunk, Stephen and Susan Morgan, who are going to give us an awesome fall conference in November. As far as the caliber of speeches that come out of Central Florida Facilitators, members of this club have advanced to the district level 15 times. 4 years in a row we've gone to district. And out of those 4 years, 3 of them, we represented both categories. Truly an achievement. Out of those 15 times, we brought home trophies an astounding 7 occasions. And I have to do 7 in the middle because if I did this, I'm going to be like, hey, there's only 2. 7. I can tell you we didn't all walk through the door, though, seasoned Toastmasters. It's an ongoing journey of growth and development, and we accomplish it by meeting every Wednesday, week after week in this building to support each other and work and help us achieve our personal goals. And when we achieve our personal goals, it helps us achieve our club goals. And when we achieve our club goals, the area benefits, the division benefits, and the district benefits. And we met our goals for this season, and I know Thomas didn't have a doubt in his mind. For me personally, I had 2 reasons for joining Toastmasters. The first was a train wreck of a first public speaking event I had when I was 16. I was running for senior class president and was told I would have to give a campaign speech in front of the entire junior class. When I got out into the middle of the gymnasium floor, I drew a blank. And 6 words into my speech, I totally forgot what I had written on the paper. Don't feel sorry for me, because there's a happy ending to this story. I did what came naturally to me. I raised my hand in the air and started yelling profanity. And for some unknown reason, dropping an F-bomb seemed to connect with the 450 teenagers in the stands. I became an instant legend at that school. 3 days later, when I returned from out-of-school suspension, I was informed that out of the 12 candidates, I had the 2nd highest number of votes and became senior class vice president. The other reason I joined Toastmasters actually goes back to that same speech. I realized that the reason I forgot the speech in the first place wasn't because I was nervous. It was because I had just written it the night before, even though I was given over 3 weeks to prepare. I was terrible at procrastination. I was always putting off to the last possible second to do anything I needed to do. But I knew if I joined Toastmasters, the leadership track would help me cure that. So when I sat down yesterday afternoon to start working on this week, I realized it was something important enough worth mentioning. I never said I was cured. But I am working on it. My club members are helping me, and we are learning and growing every Wednesday, and we're doing it by having fun and keeping things simple. Things need to stay simple, because in today's society, we're always making things more complicated and more difficult than they need to be. This reminds me of a story, and I will close with this. Once there was a truck driver driving down a one-way road on the hillside. And he wasn't paying attention to the road signs on the side of the road, and he didn't see the sign that said upcoming bridge clearance 13 feet, 10 inches. Well, as he got close to the bridge, realizing his truck was 14 feet high, he slammed on his brakes, just missing the entrance to the bridge. He was in quite a quandary. He didn't know what to do. If he tried to go under the bridge, he would not only wreck his truck, he would wreck the bridge. He couldn't back up or turn around because the cars were already backing up behind him. So he did what anybody would do when they needed answers and they wanted to make sure the problem got solved. He called the government. The police showed up and assessed the situation in about a half an hour and couldn't come to an answer on what to do. But then a gentleman walked up and he said, "I am the Republican congressman representing the other side of the bridge. And we solved this situation by calling in the military. We will bring in a couple transport helicopters, we will lift the truck up over the bridge, set it on the other side, it'll be on its way. It will only cost the taxpayers $2 million and take a couple hours to do it." But right then another man walked up and he said, "Not so fast. I'm the Democratic congressman representing the area on this side of the bridge. And we solve this problem this way. We hire a union force to come in and dismantle the bridge piece by piece. Then when the truck drives through, we will reassemble the bridge back to its original condition and the truck will be on its way. Now it'll be a little bit more expensive, but it will only take twice as long." So after arguing back and forth and not knowing what to do, finally a 10-year-old girl walked up. And she looked at the truck, she looked at the bridge, she looked at the truck again, she looked at the bridge, she looked at the two congressmen arguing, and she said, "Why don't you just let 4 inches of air out of the tires and then just drive the truck under the bridge?" Bam! Out of the mouths of babes. Simple solution for a simple problem. My fellow Toastmasters and my fellow facilitators. As your president up here, I'm going to tell you this next term we're going to face hurdles. We're going to face challenges and obstacles. And at least on one occasion, we're going to have to make a difficult decision. And I'm telling you right now, when that time comes, I don't want to be the Republican congressman that tries to solve everything by military force and might. And I don't want to be the Democratic congressman that tries to fix everything by taking it apart and putting it back together again. I'm standing up here right now and telling you, I want to be a 10-year-old girl. Simple solutions for simple problems. Jessica Guthrie.
I have one question. Where's his dress?
We'll bring you one.
Thank you.
I'll find you one.
We're going to now take the opportunity to thank people who helped us put this event together. But before I bring up Jay, who's going to do that, if you want the opportunity to buy 50/50 raffle tickets, now is your last opportunity. So step up and see Gail. And in the meantime, Jay, please.
And I just want to let you all know that right now, the pot has, what do we have?
I don't know, you just added more to it.
106 buckos in it. So 50 of that, which is what our finance
53.
chairman? 53. 53 will go to the you with the winning ticket. So who hasn't bought a ticket? I've gotten.
Yeah, buy those tickets. Our treasury needs it after tonight. Thank you. As the chairwoman of our luau celebration, it has been my pleasure to have a team of amazing fellow Toastmasters. Each member of the committee stepped up and took their part. I believe we can all agree it has been an evening of joyous fun, fellowship, and celebration. Most especially, I want to thank Toni Gittles. Toni, you took the role of assistant, providing templates, checklists, guidance, everything you had that you've acquired over the years. I have them now, and I will use them in the future to help the next person down the line. Please help me recognize and thank each member of my Luau Masters team. Show them your appreciation with your applause and cheers. Toni? Susan Morgan. Richard Sapp. Gail Smith. And Roy Whittick. Thank you all for your service and your hard work. Much appreciated.
And a big thank you to Jay for coordinating all that. I see our 50-50 raffle money being counted furiously, so while we're waiting to make sure we have the final numbers, let's go ahead and move to announcements. Are there any announcements that we need to take care of? Susan.
I need to know who wants to be the Toastmaster for our next meeting on July 6th. Anybody? Anybody? Toastmaster? Emma will do it. Way to go, Emma. I hope you're going to be around. Toastmaster Emma. Anyone else want a role on July 6th?
Do you have speakers already?
We don't have anything yet.
I'll be a speaker.
Okay, Charlie will be a speaker. Okay,
I'll speak, Susan.
you'll speak too? Okey doke, we've got 2 speakers and a Toastmaster, and we can get the rest as the week goes by. So next 2 weeks go by. Thank you.
You lost a ticket.
Uh-oh. Don't lose a
Any
ticket.
announcements?
I just had a question. Who designed the agenda for tonight?
Mark.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful work. A lot of work goes into this, and I was like, all right, I don't see the credit on here anywhere, but yeah, excellent job.
Nancy, do you want to announce the date for TLI? Sure. Or South? Sorry. South,
North, everywhere. Our TLI is coming up, which is Toastmasters Learning Institute. We have our Northwest, which is going to be July 9th. We have our North, which is up in the Tallahassee or the Jacksonville area and surrounding areas, and that's going to be on the 13th. And then for this 16th, and for this area, thank you. For this area, it's going to be July 30th, and that's held at Calvary Assembly, right off of I-4 and Fairbanks. And the one thing that we're doing this year, and I need a resounding applause because I've been wanting to do this for 3 years, we're combining the road show. Does everybody remember the road show from last year?
Yes.
With TLI. So it's all going to be a one-time. We're taking the first 2 hours of each TLI, and we're going to be presenting the roadshow, and then we're going to be giving the books to the division directors for them to present a very abbreviated version to those who are going to attend the division-sponsored makeup training. Yay!
Money.
So the lucky ticket winner will get 61 hula hula buckos and a hugga. I'll hug you. And we are going to let the youngest member of this gathering select our ticket.
May.
Come on, May. Best meet the new
Pick
first
mine,
years.
May. Pick mine, May.
I just want to say something about the youngest member who just turned 99. She's preparing speech number 4 from the basic communication manual.
Can't wait.
Can you read it? I can read it.
Okay.
The winning ticket number is 507
Yay!
372.
That would have been a great poster. Right, our next meeting will be July 6th. Just a few words in closing. There are a lot of Malahini here tonight, which are visitors. So we encourage you to come back and join one of our meetings and see what this is all about. It's always like this, tons of food, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Actually, we really have a great time, so please come visit us. The next meeting is July 6th, as we mentioned. And another Hawaiian word, hapi hakaku, which means until we meet again. Aloha, everyone.
Hello.